Everybody, I hope you are all doing well tonight. I wanted to jump on real quickly this evening and do an unboxing of this box. This is from the Little Isla Company. They're a glitter company, so that is what we are going to be opening. I want to make barrettes tonight, and I need what's in this box in order to do that. So let me start by introducing myself. My name is Gabriel. I make and sell barrettes and hair accessories outside of Houston, Texas. And then I've taken a year trying to move my little side hustle into a full-fledged small business, and I've been kind of recording the trials and tribulations of that decision for all of YouTube. I was just talking today that my 1 year is up in July, and it's just going to take longer than a year, and I'm okay with that, actually. It's been such an interesting experience this whole year, the ups and downs. I had a video last week that went to 4,000, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then the next video set at 7. So I don't know what that means. Some success, some failure. It's just the up and down of the situation. So hopefully I'll be in a place where maybe this video will go to 4,000 again. Who knows? That would be so crazy. But today we are going to open up this, and you are going to ask me, Anne, why in the world, when you live in Houston, Texas, the 4th largest city in the United States, would you ever need to buy glitter from the United Kingdom? And I'm going to tell you why. Because I think they're possibly that, now I haven't opened up, but I think they're going to be that good. I came across the Little Isla Company when I was just, searching on YouTube for other like small women-owned businesses, small YouTube channels that I wanted to support. And I just got immediately sucked in. They are like a glitter company. She does videos where she does a lot of resin art. She makes tumblers, but then she also does like boxing orders and stuff like that. And it's just, I don't know, it's cool and it's inspiring, and she's making it work, and who doesn't love glitter? And I was watching her glitters, and they're so beautiful. And I was like, you know what, Anne? This is me having a conversation with myself. I said, you know what, Anne? You need to up your glitter game. Because, I go to Michael's and I can buy some glitters, or I bought, is it called Remway glitters off the, off the old Amazon or whatever. I have sets of them, and they come in the little vials, and here's 6 shades of blue, and here's six shades of green. And they're pretty, but at the end of the day, they just look like craft glitters. These do not look like I haven't opened them. I keep saying that. But according to her YouTubes, they do not look like craft glitters. So I'm really excited. Now, not sponsored. She doesn't know me. I did reach out to her and tell her, I'm a little YouTuber also, and I'd really like to buy your glitters. And so I bought 2 mystery boxes. So she does know who I am. And I did not pick out what's in the mystery boxes. She picked out the mystery boxes. And I bought 2. This is 1. But I'm assuming both of them are in this one box. Right? That's what one would think. Okay. So let's just get to opening them. And then I'll show them to you. And then I think we'll just do it step by step. Because my thought is, I'll show you the glitters, but then I think you really have to either pour them out, or mix them with some resin and show you some products, or maybe I'll just make the barrettes with you. We'll see. There's obviously got to be a step 2 to this, but all right. On to the unboxing. Okay, so upon opening the box, this is what we see. Peanuts, of course. I think there must be the recycling type, because that's what they feel like. And I got a cute little card, and it says, Anne, thank you so much for your order. Your support is truly appreciated. Hope you love your sparkle. There's a QR code if you want to scan it. And then the back says, thank you so much, Anne. I hope you love them, and I can't wait to see what you make. Best wishes, Hannah. That's really nice. Personal touch, right? That's why small businesses are the best. I try to write notes in mine, too. Okay. All right. So, oh my gosh. So first on top, it says, I bought rhinestones from her too. I totally forgot that, because she does, when she does a glitter tumbler, sometimes I didn't know this, because I don't really drink. I drink out of my fellow cups like all day long. But there's some tumblers that are like hollow on the inside, and you can fill them with glitter as opposed to just doing resin on the outside. And she'll sometimes put rhinestones in them. So the very first thing we have, they're called Lilac AB Jelly Rhinestones Scatter Mix. And I was curious about these because, I'll put my face here, because I tend to buy crystal rhinestones, which are like glass from my Barrettes, but I've heard her talk about these jelly rhinestones, and I was like really curious what that meant. Because I've seen resin rhinestone. I didn't know if resin rhinestone and jelly rhinestone were the same thing. And I was just really curious in the quality. So they are, I mean, I assumed they were plastic because of just the cost of them. But they are really sparkly. She was talking about them being the same color on the back. I don't know if you're going to see that, but I'll show it. So like in the pack, all you see is the purple. You don't see the like silver backing or anything. So, and I would assume it's something like a tumbler where you have no way to like keep all the rhinestones facing in the one direction. So that would be really important. So that's good to know. That's a beautiful mix, that purple. Purple is a very like polarizing color. It is either like your favorite color or you're just like about it. And I don't know. I'm very open to purple, but I am not like purple ride or die. You know what color I love though? I love a periwinkle. Okay, so the next, I guess I'm looking at the next thing. Look how great the next thing is. It says Candy Rainbow, Pearl and Rhinestone Mix. Oh my gosh. So they're like iridescent, kind of like cabochon, flat back pearls. Those are so pretty. I can't even believe how pretty those are. I already know who I'm making Barrettes. I have this friend who has a little like, I mean, I'm gonna call her 1 year old, but she's probably more like 2 now, and little daughter. And I said that openly on YouTube when I have a great niece that I really should be making them for. I'm gonna start a new line because. Excuse me. One of the things about the crystal rhinestones is they're crystal, they're glass, they're a little heavy, they're a little delicate, and these, no, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Look at me, already inspired. I'm gonna have to ship her some Barrettes back. Okay, and then we got another one, Hot Pink Scatter Mix. Wow, that's a great color. That is like Barbie pink, and there's like an iridescence to this one too. And you know what's also good about these is they're like all different sizes. So there's like really, really tiny ones in here. And then there's quite large ones. Which is true with the other ones too. I just didn't mention it. Okay, and then we get light pink. Oh my gosh. I'm going to make the cutest Barrettes for all the little girls in my life. Don't you wish I was your aunt? Little Auntie Anne with her Barrettes. This is a great mix too. These are gonna look really well together. Oh my gosh. That's gonna be great looking. I'm already excited. Okay, and so now we're getting to the glitter. So she sent me, this it says crushed opal, fine glitter. It's like very iridescent-y. It's gorgeous. I don't know if you're really going to be able to pick up on how iridescent that is, but it's gorgeous. This is great too because it's like wedding season's coming up, and it's like one of those colors that like no matter what like resin you mix it in, you're going to get that good sheen. Okay. Oh my God. I'm sorry I'm looking at them before I show them to you. I just get too excited. Moo Point. How cute is that? Oh my God. That looks like the best part of chocolate milk, or like strawberry chocolate milk or something like that. That's very cool. Oh, I wonder, is that black or is it brown? It might be black. I thought it was brown at first shot, but I think it's actually black. I really like that. Okay, and last but not least, Mirror Mirror Chunky Glitter Mix. Holy cow. That is that is something special. It's like silver, but there's like pink in it. I love it. I love it. That's a fantastic mix. They all kind of match too in a way because they're all kind of like pinkish purples and then the whites and the neutrals. So they're gonna look perfect together. Okay, so now we just gotta go make some bread. That's exciting. All right, I'll see you in a few. I have not mastered the fine art of crafting and talking at the same time. So, this is me. It's sometime later, and I am doing a voiceover for this, so I can just walk you through the process. Also, you should know that this is the second time I had to record this section of the video because the first time I recorded, I did like a vertical video, like if you were doing a YouTube short or an Instagram reel. And then when I realized it, I did try to blow it up to see if I could make it kind of horizontal, and it looked crazy. So you'll see at the end that there's a maybe 10 or 12 barrettes that I've done, and I show you all the ones that I created. But for the sake of how I made the barrettes, I'm just did two, and I did one with this moo point, and I did one with the candy rainbow. But the process will be the same, and I thought just as long as you could like see the variety, it's all that really mattered. To see how cool all the glitters are and the rhinestones and how they worked. So I these barrettes I'm using, these are my Eleanor barrettes, and they're just solid. I have a huge back stock of barrettes because a lot of times when people order them, if they order one, I make two, just in case something goes wrong with the process. And so I have a large back stock of barrettes. So I just pulled a couple out of it, and I decided to use that purple, and then I used the light blue, and I ended up not making one with the orange. So I just mix the mood point with Let's Resin. Let's Resin is a very, very popular resin. I see it all the time on um, YouTube. They don't know me. It's none of this stuff is, sponsored or anything. I choose to use it because I really like the viscosity. It kind of self levels out, and I have another resin I really, really like called Mr. Resin, but it's very thick. And sometimes, like, because it's so thick and it doesn't like level out as quickly, I will get these like slight, not bumps, but like raises or ridges in my barrettes where it didn't just quite level. And so I don't really have that problem with Let's Resin. So it takes some of that guesswork out. So I did, the mood point, I put that under the UV light to cure, and then I started on this one. I always use, whenever I'm trying to like stick something to a Brett, I always use like E6000 or a jewelry glue to stick everything and let it sit, usually for a day before I go back and seal it all with extra resin. And for some reason on this video, I decided just to try using the resin itself as just something that was kind of sticky enough that I could adhere the pearls to it, and also rhinestones. And I don't know if that was immediately clear when I showed you this packet of pearls in my unboxing. I didn't realize that there was also rhinestones in with that mix. They're just really, really pretty. But so anyway, so I used resin instead of glue. And in afterthought, I thought, no, I really should have just stuck with the glue because obviously UV resin needs the UV light in order to cure it and harden it. And while I'm confident using it when I mix it with the glitters, because glitter's so small, I'm not confident with it with these like larger pearls. I feel like the UV resin underneath these big pearls probably will never actually get hardened. And I put the UV resin on top so everything's sealed in. So I'm not really scared about it moving. I just don't really know if after 6 months or 8 months, if that resin would like slowly, I don't know, eat away at the paint or cause it to bubble or something. I really don't know because I've never done it. So I'm just gonna hold on to this one specific barrette, and maybe I can give you an update in 6 months or a year. Maybe nothing will ever happen with it. Maybe it'll look just as great as the day I made it. I just don't know. But I feel more confident using a glue to keep everything, you know, uh, from falling off. Though I do, you'll see. I'll go back and I'll seal everything with the resin. Um, these barrettes, if you're interested, are now now on sale on my website. I've been making quite a few barrettes for YouTube, and I was having some kind of like they don't fit in any collection that I'm doing. They're not necessarily always my aesthetic, but I also felt like people should own them if they found them interested. There's a someone who commented that really liked one of the headbands I made, and I was like, you should have it then, just like you know. So I put all these barrettes on a really kind of like steep discount, like 50 or 75% off, on my website for my normal barrettes. So if you are interested in them, please go check it out. They're at anngabriel.com. I did not put them on Etsy. They're only on my website. So you can find all these barrettes there, and they're all just going to be like one of a kind. So once they are gone, they are gone. Um, Anywho, so this is the second round of the Moo Point. I was kind of wondering later on if I maybe less is better when it came to this glitter. If I should have just made it so it looked more like just polka dots as opposed to maybe like modern art. So I don't know. Maybe you have an opinion on that. Maybe I should have held back with the glitter. I had a hard time doing that with all the glitters. That silver mirror glitter came out so cool on the barrettes. Maybe I should have done one in the silver glitter for you, but you'll see it at the end. And the white glitter has actually quite a bit of green in it, and what, like in the shimmer, and they're really beautiful too. So I think I'm actually going to make a whole collection out of the white, or maybe not a collection purely out of the white, but I'm going to do a kind of a bridal collection, and I'm going to have a white with gold glitter. And then I think I'm also going to do that white with kind of the more holographic green glitter too. We'll have them both because they're both like really, really pretty. Well, anyways, if you've made it to the end of this video, you're about to see all of them up close. But I'd like to take a moment and just really thank you for watching my whole video. My channel is very small. My company is very small. So if you would ask a question or share this video or just, subscribe to my channel, all those small things like really make a huge difference to the end. But I really appreciate you sticking it out and watching it through. If you have any questions or you want to know anything about my barrettes, please let me know. I hope you have a great day, and hopefully I will see you all soon. Thank you for watching.